There is a ton of batting glove videos on YouTube, and they all kind of suck. I'm roasting my own content too. The problem is they're not actually putting these to the test, and that's kind of our specialty, just brutally honest reviews. Without further ado, this is the first real batting glove review on YouTube. We reached out to most of the major batting glove brands and said, hey, give us something to review. Now, most of them did, but some didn't. So we have 6 different gloves from 5 different companies. We're gonna be covering durability, short cuff versus long cuff, thickness, grip, and probably most important, price. Before we actually do any of this, I need to go hit with all these for like 50 swings each, so that'll take a while. He was here last week while we were filming, and he said hi, like he's a subscriber, so I'll probably go ask him what he games. How's your guys' session? Yeah, is this what you're gaming though? So can I take a look? My office is right there. There's like 100 gloves. If you want one, just come up really quick and I'll give you one. I'm not gonna steal you. I'm not a child theft. All right, let's go. Absolutely, guys, absolutely. Hey, do you guys wanna be in the video? We officially did it, mission accomplished. We actually, what are your guys' names? List them off. Patrick. Josh. Matthew. Patrick, Josh, and Matthew. Once again, thank you. I need help getting rid of gloves. We got the Pro 31, the A1000, and then the Mizuno Power Close. So, any comments?
Feels really nice. I love it.
Head nod, let's go. Thank you guys, you guys are the best. Gonna go see how thick these boys are. This place is actually really cool, by the way. Just leather everywhere. We're the guys who need help measuring thickness of some gloves.
It's just under 3 ounces.
Okay, thank you, Zach, appreciate it. I'm Chris. Have a good one. One of these sizes genuinely shocked me. It feels really thick, but it measured out super thin. So let's go back to Midwest. Something we just learned. We have 3 thin pairs of batting gloves and then 3 thick. So we will kind of separate it into 2 because I want you guys to know if you like thin, get these. If you like thick, get these. Hopefully that's easy to follow. All right, 50 swings in, here's what we got. These Mizunos are stupid how comfortable they are. Not in love with the glitter, but whatever. They actually have 2 pieces of leather like put together. So this is really soft and this is really soft. It just makes it extra comfortable, but this is showing a little bit of wearing on that little palm spot. Keep in mind, I'm a lefty, so my right hand will show the wearing. We have our red Franklins here, so these are both thickest, I meant to say slickest. These are the slickest and the thinnest batting gloves that we have. Also, if you see here, they just don't fit very well. These feel overall the cheapest out of everything. Kind of disappointing from Franklin. All of these are size large batting gloves, but these Franklins feel actually amazing so far. So this is like the best long cuff I've felt probably ever, but I've noticed these are really baggy up here. And again, all these are the same size, but these just feel bigger. This is like a medium thickness and it actually feels phenomenal. By far the grippiest gloves we have right now. Good job. 1 bad pair, 1 good pair. Now these Evo Shields, I wish they had just slightly better grip. They are slightly slick, but I will say, incredibly comfortable. They're really light, and this here, this might be a good thing, this might be a bad thing, but you don't notice the long cuff. I'm pretty sure they might be the lightest ones we have. Anyway, feels super comfortable, incredible on the hand. Bat feels amazing in my hands, but again, it's just like a little bit slick. These jacks actually feel the best on my fingers. They're very, very slim, and I have like pretty skinny fingers, it's true. I know for sure that we actually don't like the way that their long cuff works. Not a huge fan of it. It takes a long time, but I will say once it is on, it feels good. I'm just a big guy for like, it should be easy to put them on, okay? You're rushing to the dugout, straight to the batter's box. So don't love that. They are surprisingly durable though. My first thought was that they might've been a little bit thin, but I have no problems with them so far. Speaking of durability, these things are ridiculous. These are the astronaut gloves. They're ridiculously thick. It's 3 ounce leather here. This was also 3 ounce, but it's 2 thin pieces of leather put together. So it's just much softer, comfy on the hand, but these need to be broken in. I really mean it, these need to be broken in. They had the smallest amount of change from like our 50 balls. It's really hard to judge these right now. I might honestly do the hot water treatment with them like at the end of the video. I'm kind of a genius and I came up with an idea. I've been trying to figure out how we can test the durability of these batting gloves, and here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna be making sandpaper bat grip. It's a circle? Ow. It's just hurting my hands. Aha. Okay, the bottom hand is like the main thing we want to test because that's where like all the friction is. I mean, I think this is gonna be really easy. I think just put tape on bat and then put grip on bat. Josh is also kind of a genius. We ended up only taping one part, or half, however you would say that. So the bottom hand is the only one with the sandpaper test, and we'll kind of be able to just show more of that before and after. Left hand versus right hand. Once again, right hand is bottom hand, I hit lefty. We're gonna use the Jack's batting gloves to test this out first because they're like middle of the road. 2 ounces thick, which is exactly in the middle of everything else. It was terrible.
Thoughts?
Oh, that's gonna be effective. All right, let me show you guys. Just looking right here, you don't notice a whole lot, but you can see through here. We're getting wearing on my index finger, and then look at this thumb. This is where we're pulling up a ton. Obviously, sandpaper has like a bunch of grit to it. So when I'm swinging normally, those areas, rather than ripping apart, they just get like matted down and get that like glossy finish. Kind of same spots for wear and tear, but if I'm being honest, this one looks like it's showing a little bit more. This looks maybe slightly deeper, but very similar. Same general wearing, but we're even getting a little bit more wearing on that ring finger. But that doesn't look great. Not loving the way that looks. That looks a little bit more worn than our others, if I'm being honest. There's a lot more like pull up. It kind of feels like my suspicion was like true. I was thinking these weren't gonna be very durable, although they're ridiculously comfortable. Okay, let's be clear. I think it's harder to spot some of the wearing because of all the little dots here, but kind of looks the same. It doesn't look a whole lot better or anything. Interesting. Although it is beat up like all the other ones, it's not nearly as deep. It's all just surface. Now, it might feel like a minor difference to you, but I'm telling you, that's a really big difference when it comes to like durability. Like these things are crazy thick. These are the astronaut gloves, but I cannot deny that they're crazy durable. These are both 3 ounces when it comes to thickness. Look at this Mizuno. It's like ripping apart, right? So which tells me that it's like literally falling apart faster. It's a very big difference because this is 3 ounces of like one piece of leather, not just 2 thinner pieces put together. The red seems like it's kind of hiding it. Actually, not terrible up here or over here. That's not that bad actually. This doesn't look great. It looks like we're at like the very bottom layer before it really would just break through. They held up a little bit more than I thought they would. I was kind of expecting to see like a little bit of skin. After observing all of this, I'm not gonna make this complicated. I'm gonna tell you if it's like average or not. Specifically talking about the durability test, the red Franklin's below average. Major Atwood, above average. Jack's batting gloves, average. Our white Franklin batting gloves, just slightly above average. Our just wonderfully comfortable Mizunos here, below average. And then our Evo shields. This came as a surprise because they're super thin, but pretty average. I thought they were gonna do worse. I promised you guys a couple bonus tips, and this is bonus tips. This has everything to do with making your gloves last like 4 years instead of 1 year. Whether you have thin batting gloves or thick, this is useful. I will say if you use thick, if they get really, really crusty, you really just don't even want to use them. This will prevent that. So I'm using this stuff called Ball Player's Balm, but you gotta get this one specifically. It's the glove conditioner light. If you use normal glove conditioner on batting gloves, it's a little bit too oily. That's not necessarily good. You don't want oil on batting gloves. Tip number 1, just use this stuff on your batting gloves. Super, super, super easy. Takes 30 seconds. Rub it around. Thing is that you can actually put it on the inside too. Let me show you that. Don't need a ton. Get it all around and then just shovity-wovity and just like move it around and condition your batting gloves. It's not super common anymore, but it will help. The thing is you just sweat in them a ton, they will get crusty. So this helps prevent that. Tip number 2, a lot of people know this, but just don't actually do it. Find a way to just hang batting gloves off of your bag. Let them actually air dry. When you shove them in there, it just is going to rot them out, get crusty, hard, fall apart. They'll get gross. Find a way to hang them. Some kind of a carabiner, a hook. Even putting it in this mesh pouch is gonna be a better idea because it'll at least air out a little bit. Just don't shove it in your bag. They'll get disgusting. I forgot to mention, these are different batting gloves than what we were testing everything with, so.
Go, go, go!
sorry, coach, I'm sorry. Come on, baby.
Hurry up, Chris, you're up to the plane.
Shut up, coach, you stupid ugly, and you have body odor. Coach, I have long cuff, hang on.
Hurry up, Chris, you're up to the plane.
Why are they Velcroed already?
Gotta hurry.
Oh my gosh. No. Okay. This takes just as long as it takes to get jeans over my thick booty. Let's go, coach! Okay, let's find out our time. Tell me you didn't learn something today. You're welcome.
You seen the video?
Just have that's the end of the video. I felt like I was in Little League again. So it's funny too, because like I really would like smack talk to my coach because it was just my dad. I need you guys to just let me rant for a little bit about long cuff. First of all, the Franklin's here, noticeably better than anything else. It's all one direction. This piece here kind of comes up. It makes it so it's snug on your hand and your wrist. It feels like there's like a ton of support. It's cool. And then there's this jacks here. We pull across like this and then go the other direction. Small detail, but I don't like it. It just takes longer. I have to like do something, let go, grab again and go. Anyway, there is definitely just a lot less support here. This here, it's like my wrist is taped. This, it's just slightly bulky. There's definitely a big difference. Let's be clear, this does not feel bad. But if you actually want wrist support, this is by far the best I've personally seen. And then this one here was interesting because although it's a long cuff, it's all one direction, which is nice and easy. It doesn't feel like it. There's no support or anything. They're super, super light. So it's cool, kind of feels cool, looks cool, but you can't tell that it's there. Short cuff rant. And then I think after I say short cuff rant, short cuff, and then, or you're just gonna put that in and that's not actually gonna happen. I generally just don't like these. The wrist is easy to put on, but these stink. I would tell you, don't buy them. But then like our Mizuno here, super, super comfortable. Strap is easy to put on. It feels tight. Really have no problem with that. I mean, we've all had short cuffs. Here's where I have a problem. These are really thick. They're gonna take way more break-in. We've talked about these. These are our astronaut gloves. Just look at this stuff. It has no like stretch or pull to it. It kind of just hangs. So even when I do strap on, I do not like it. Now, some of you might like that, honestly, but I personally, not a fan. If you do want to go with Major Atwood and get the like super durable batting glove, go long cuff. This might seem stupid. Stick with me. Also, Jesus, I'm sorry. The goal is for you to see the difference between slickery, normal, and grippy batting gloves. Right now, I just feel like an idiot. It's definitely faster. Like that's, see how big of a difference that is? Okay. Grippy, normal, slickery. Also, just a side note, if you're having a problem with like having slick batting gloves, just go buy some Kraken. Problem solved. That stuff's like clear too, so it doesn't even like show up. That's why I like it anyway. I'm about to show you guys 2.5 winners. Let me talk. So we were supposed to have a winner for thin and then a winner for thick. Problem is, I don't think these are thick enough. But just absolutely for sure, these Evo Shields are absurd. How light and comfortable they are. You kind of just like don't think about them at all. On your hand, gone. Don't even think about it. You just have to know, if you want thin, they're gonna break. They're gonna fall apart. You're gonna be buying one or more of these each season. So that's definitely a big downfall, but wow, Evo Shield, lightest, most comfortable, best feeling, good job. Also, keep in mind, I'm only ever gonna wear thin batting gloves under my glove. The thick ones would just feel terrible, disgusting, bulky. This, doable. So that brings us to thick. Major Atwood, by far the thickest gloves. Yes, we hate the wrist, but we really don't have any major problems with anything else. These just desperately need to be broken in. I actually will do the hot water treatment, but just in a second. Yes, they are slightly slick. I think it's gonna go away the more you break it in. Plus, pine tar is always an option. The problem is we don't love these. They're just pretty dang solid. There was only one pair of batting gloves here that I just hands down, know for a fact, this is what I'm gonna wear if I had to go try to hit off with somebody throwing 95. 100% these. The Franklin Infinite series. Was not expecting to like these. I felt the red ones before I felt these, so I had super low expectations right away. You guys, like Josh, it's noticeably more comfortable.
Yeah.
And by comfortable, I just mean more like confidence. You've heard me talk about how much we like this strap. It goes up, it makes it snug on the hand. Awesome. It is like big back here, kind of bulky. These fingers feel wide. I have really like skinny fingers, so it feels bulky. I don't love that. But out of everything here, if you want to feel like you have taped up wrists, boom, grip, boom. These are easily my go-to. So a big fan of these, not sponsored. Absolutely not sponsored, let's be clear. So Franklin, good job. I freaking love these things. Your other ones suck though, so keep that in mind. I think I just need to do the hot water treatment. I'm excited. I think that'll make like a big difference, which is wild. Hot water treatment for batting gloves. I'm going to dunk them, not shove them under and keep them under. Son of a, it's so hot. All right, these things are soaked. I'm actually gonna kind of like give them a gentle squeeze, nothing crazy. I want them to keep some of that water in them, but anyway. Just to be clear, this is not recommended. I'm just kind of goofing, but maybe it'll work. Let's go. I was thinking, one, this is a little bit slippery because they're wet, but you just need to live life with these on. Like if I'm gonna do this, all I need to do, I could go lift, I could go do whatever, make myself some coffee. The main thing is you just need to like wear them and kind of just be a human being. Hitting righty. Oh, I almost, yeah, okay, maybe don't try to hit with this. This almost went flying. All right, let me try again, but maybe I'll swing like a little bit less aggressive. Yeah, it slides. Don't take full swings, bad idea. Here's the plan. I'm gonna just like live life in these things for like, that was a bad voice crack, that was bad. Probably like an hour or something like that. And then I'll take them off and let them dry. You can see that it's working already because look, this is me, knuckles closed, but then if I like open up, you can see it's like holding where my knuckles were. So the gloves, when they're wet, want to mold around your hand. All right, let me show you guys. It feels like we just skipped ahead like a month, okay? These are super molded to my hand. I was actually feeling them. It's not that they are grippier, but because they're actually broken into my hand now, I have a way better grip on the actual bat. I do think they probably shrank just barely. So with that being said, I don't recommend doing this, but this is showing me I actually really like these more than I originally thought. Also, keep in mind, for thick, durable batting gloves, these are actually somewhat cheap, so that's pretty cool. If you like this video, you're gonna like this video, because you will like this video. We only make good videos. Except for the one time we made a bad video. That was bad.